What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I'm here with another revisited video because anniversary box, guys, and this time we are revisiting Red Jiren. Red Jiren is finally back. This is one of my favorite decks of all time, and I'm super hyped to see this new support. But before we begin, guys, two important things. First off, Zenka Showdown, 23rd, 24th of September in Poznan, Poland. Ticket sale ends this Sunday. It ends on Sunday, guys. If you haven't got your tickets yet, link is in the description below. And of course, a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this machine going, like content grind every day. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for supporting us this way, and one day eventually we'll buy a new table. Guys, if you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to the Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown. So we'll start with an archetype breakdown, just to introduce you to Red Jiren, because every video is someone's first video. So we need to go over this. Then I'll show you new cards, we will talk about interactions, I'll talk about Evolve specifically. Then we will go over my deck list and wrap it up with a summary, which we will just skip and jump into the end screen like always. Let's go! What is the archetype all about? Well, this is flavor done right. This is the evolution of Jiren the deck. And what do I mean by this? Well, first off, you start with your one-drop Jirens, the small Jiren who just lost his family, you know, like the little Jiren in training, like this one, for example. Just got this in the mail. Anyway, yeah, so you start with this one, and then these ones, and then you start evolving him. So the 4-drop is, you know, Tournament of Power Jiren. The 5-drop is, you know, even stronger Tournament of Power Jiren. And then your boss monster is Jiren in his, like, ultimate form, his apex of power. Yeah, it's basically an evolution of Jiren as a character and in power, basically. It's super cool. It's super well designed. It has a lot of free / cheap plays. You can play so much things for free in this deck. However, keep in mind that this deck involves a lot of shuffling. A whole bunch of shuffling. It's extremely consistent, but you will be shuffling a lot. The deck has a really good boss monster. One of the best ones in red, if you ask me, at the moment, because it requires that you have free energy. I will talk about this. And the deck is of course very unison centric, which can be a problem a bit if you're playing against green. I don't believe that Black Smoke Dragon is seeing any play anymore, like not a lot of people are running it, but green can demolish you. The only problem with the deck is that it plays cards in rest mode. That's the big problem with it. It plays basically everything in rest mode. But other than that, it's super cool. Let's check out the new cards. Once again, I went ahead of myself. I really hope this doesn't become a meme in this anniversary box series. We need to talk about the Unison, because the Unison is central to these new cards. New cards revolve around your Topo Unison, specifically Topo. There is an argument to be made that Gogeta is better with Jiren, which I definitely think that Gogeta is amazing, best Unison in the game. However, new cards revolve around Topo, specifically Topo, and they make him insane, guys. This Topo is something else. Topo allows you to cheat in your evolved targets or other one-cost cards. You play them in rest mode at the end of your turn. When one of your red battle cards evolves, he gets plus 5k, so he becomes 10k, which is okay. And later you can use Spirit Boost to evolve cards on each player's turn. Now I'm gonna talk about Evolve next, but this basically means that Evolve, you trigger it during your turn, because that's when you play cards. But Topo plus your leader allows you to do this during your opponent's turn, and then you can like minus these things. It's a whole thing. Let's talk about Evolve. What is Evolve? Well, Evolve, or EX Evolve, basically the same thing, allows you to play cards on top of other cards. Jiren EX evolves, but it's Evolve. Doesn't matter, and this is what it does. First, you need a legal target. Let's say this one says EX Evolve, if your leader is Jiren, right? Red Jiren with an energy cost of 1. So this is your legal target. You need to have this guy or some other 1 cost guys. And then you play this one on top of him. You pay the EX Evolve cost. This one has a free cost. Your 5 drop costs 1. Your 8 drop costs 2. So you pay the Evolve cost and then you play this card on top of the chosen target. If the target is in rest mode, the card is played in rest mode. If it's in active mode, it's played in active mode. Basically, it's super simple. This is the Evolve skill. Now let's finally check out new cards. First card, the Jiren Z battle card. Yes, Jiren got a Z battle card and this one is amazing. This one is phenomenal. Don't be fooled by the free cost. No. He costs 1. If you have a topo with a cost 4 or more, his energy, this guy's energy cost is reduced by 2 in all areas. So he's a 1 drop, basically. And you do this so that you can evolve on top of him. And then activate main/battle limit 1. Remove this card from under a red Jiren card from the game. Okay. Choose up to 1 of your red Jiren battle cards and switch it to active mode. Any red Jiren battle card. You can switch your boss monster to active mode if you wish. Your boss monster with this card is a triple attacker, 35k double strike, which kills a barrier guy. Yeah. And then you choose up to 1 of your topo unisons, switch it to active mode, he gains blocker for the turn, and additionally, if one of your unisons has 5 or more markers on it, which topo will have, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons and it gets minus 15 for the turn. Evolve target in the Z deck, restand your unison, remove this Jiren from under a different Jiren and restand your boss monster. And then give something minus 15 for the turn. This is phenomenal. Like, this is amazing support. And now let's check out what's probably even better. The other card, and the one that's actually gonna make this deck explode, is the new Dispo. New Dispo is stupid good. He's so good. 1 cost, auto limit 1. When one of your red Jiren with evolve skills is played, so when you evolve, on either player's turn, draw 1. Then choose up to 1 of your topos and put 2 markers on him. On either player's turn. On your turn, you draw 1 from this guy. You also draw 1 when Jiren evolves, because all Jirens have draw 1 when you play. So you just draw 2 and you put 2 markers on your topo. Here's the thing. This is effectively a +1 in hand. Because you play a Jiren, he draws 1, replaces himself, Dispo triggers, you draw 1. Amazing. And you can do this on your opponent's turn with Spirit Boost 1. He also has an ability that I'm not sure you'll ever use. Use up to 1 battle card from under a Jiren in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. Doesn't mean much, I think. So other than that, wow. Just wow. You will fly through your deck. You will see everything that you need. Your unison will be massive. This card, you don't even need the Z battle card. This card alone brings Jiren back. This is phenomenal. Now let's check out the deck list. Okay guys, we are back with Deck Planet. Let's check out the deck. You can see there's not a lot of cards here, mostly because you play a lot of playsets. I'm not sure how optimized this list is. I still need to test it. There is room, but I will explain my ratio choices basically. So as you know, Jiren, our leader. For those of you who don't know what he does, let me read this Bible. Auto Spirit Boost 1. Basically, when an opponent attacks, you get to play an Evolve card. You don't need to awaken. That was a mistake on my part. Then activate main. You add 1 card from your life to your hand. You look at top 7. You grab 1 red Universe 11 card with an energy cost of 1 and you play him in rest mode. You awaken at 4 lives. Draw 1, restand 1. And then on the other side, he's Jiren Blind Destruction. When he attacks, you draw 1. Auto limit 2. If it's your turn, When one of your red Universe 11 cards evolves, this card gets plus 5k for the turn. So if you evolve twice, he's 20k. With your boss monster, you can make him 30. And then Auto Spirit Boost 1. When your opponent attacks, you do the same. You just evolve. And that's what the leader does. Now let's check out the 1-drops first. 4 copies of Jiren Tempered Form, 4 copies of Jiren the Avenger, 4 copies of Jiren First for Power. You're playing 12. You need to see them. You're just playing 12. This is the best one. When it's played, you may draw 1 if you don't play up to 1 topo from your hand with a marker on it. What you can do here is you can use your leader's ability and your first turn, right? So you use your leader's ability, you look at top 7. If you hit this guy, you play him, and then you just play the Unison from your hand for free, and then you can use 1 energy to play Dispo. And then, let's say you have a 4-drop, because you will try to get your 4-drop, and you just evolve for free, put a marker, draw 1, put another 2 markers because of Dispo. There's a lot that you can do if you manage to hit this one with your leader. This one is amazing. He also has the ability where you send him from the drop to the warp to give a marker to your Unison, which can be helpful if you're afraid of black smoke. The other one draws, and this other one tutors. And this one is a consistency piece, basically. Then let's move on to Jiren's. No, first we have this pose. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's so hot still. I just keep messing up. There is a small package that we're running here. First 4 dispos and then 3 kunchis. Now I don't see a lot of decks running kunchis. I can understand why you might not want to run it, but still, hear me out. He has a permanent. He's a 1-drop. You can cheat him into play with Jiren's effect, because he's a 1-cost Universe 11. Basically, all of your non-kunchi cards with energy cost of 1 game barrier, all red ones, and then when he's played, draw 1. So yeah, you use your Jiren basically, right? You look for 1 red Universe 11 1-cost, play him in rest mode. You play your Kunchi in rest mode. Maybe you play Dispo in rest mode. You play one of them. Once you get your Dispo online, Dispo now has barrier. Dispo is super scary when he has barrier, because then your opponent needs to commit to removing Kunchi. If you manage to get another Kunchi out, well, you know, this one gets removed, you play another one, Dispo gains barrier again. Kunchi gives all of these 1-drops barrier, so your opponent needs to keep removing him, otherwise you can't get rid of Dispo. It's a very, very cute combo. I think that it is strong enough to justify running 3 copies of Kunchi. Now we're moving to Jiren's. 4 copies of Jiren Devastating Might. This is the first 4-drop. This one is from the set. EX Evolve for free, 15k, and when he's played, draw 1. Draw 2 because of Dispo. And then neg something. Neg a battle card by -10 for the turn. Free Evolve target, draw 1. Your Unison gets a marker. You draw because of Dispo. Your Unison gets more markers. It's cool. 3 copies of Jiren Supreme Readiness. You can play with. You can really play with ratios in this deck. Another free 4-cost Evolve. Limit 1. You draw 1 basically when you play him. He's 19k. He's huge. Activate main. Limit 1s. Limit 1. Place this card in your drop. Play up to 1 Jiren with an energy cost of 1 from your drop with its skills negated. For the turn in rest mode. Consistency piece. Then 4 copies of Jiren Surge of Strength, 19k dual attacker. This one costs 1 to EX Evolve. And you can EX Evolve him either on top of a 1-drop or a 4-drop. But you want to evolve him on top of a 4-drop. Here is why. He has a permanent. If he would be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you can remove the 2 cards from under him, place them into the drop area, or add... so it says place 2 under this card in their opponent's drop area, or add 1 card from your life to your hand instead. So, basically, the full wording is when, let's say, he runs into a charismatic villain, You just said like, okay, sure, I'm gonna place 2 cards from under him into my drop area, or I'm just gonna add 1 card from my life to my hand instead. You can't remove me, because instead, so you just can't sit there. And if you have evolved him on top of a 4-drop, you can basically do this twice, because the skill isn't negated. It's not once per turn. That's awesome. And then auto, when this card is played, you draw 1, then choose up to 1 of your red Universe 11 leaders or battle cards and give it plus 1k for the turn. That's cute. Like, it's plus 1 for the turn. That can be relevant. Then we have 3 copies of the Boss Monster. You can play a bit with the ratios. Double Strike, 35k, EX Evolve, limit 1, and here is the best part. 2 energies if you have 3 or more energy. Red Jiren with a cost of 4 or 5. Here's why this is so huge. Because Modern Dragon Ball has so many boss monsters which require an opponent to have 3 or 4 energy or something. Your opponent can stop a lot of these strategies by simply not charging. But you can't stop Jiren, because Jiren came out in an era where it mattered how many energies you had. So your opponent, it doesn't matter whether he charges or not. As long as you charge your 3rd energy, you can play this guy. And now comes the auto. When he's played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and give it minus 35k for the turn, and you can't play non-Universe 11 battle cards. 35, ignoring barrier, kills anything, except for some secret rares. It just butchers anything. Anything is dead. Pay 2, get a 35k double striker, remove a card. Just remove it. Activate main once per turn. Place 1 card under this card in its owner's drop area. Switch him to active mode, and you may have your leader get plus 5k for the turn. So that's how you make your leader 30k. But switch him to active mode. So here's the situation. You play this guy, you attack. Activate main, restand him, you attack. Right, and then you use your Z Jiren, spoiling the Z deck. Then you use this one, you remove him from under a Jiren, and then you restand your boss monster again. And then you swing again. Triple attack, double strike, 35k, kill a barrier thing. Yeah. Jiren, the true champion of Tournament of Power. 4 copies of Topo. I told you already what he does. He only has a -7. He also has a -7, which is pretty cool. If your opponent has 3 or more lives, you just deal 1 damage to your opponent. This will become relevant. This was never relevant in the past, but thanks to Dispo you can actually get there. And that's super scary. Then we have our super combos for Red Insane Youth, 1 Yamcha Merciless Barrage, 3 of these Jirens. There's a cool thing with them. He is yellow, but you're just discarding him with Activate Main. You place him in your drop area from your hand. Choose up to 2 Universe 11 cards with an energy cost of 1 in your drop area and play them with their skills negated for the turn in active mode. So, if your opponent ever gets rid of your Dispo and Kunchi, for 0 investment, discard this one, bring them back. Yes, skill negated for the turn, but once the turn passes, Dispo once again has barrier. The moment opponent swings, Spirit Boost Evolve, draw 1 from Evolution, put 2 markers on unison. Amazing. And finally, 2 copies of Testing the Opposition and 3 copies of Wolfang Fist. The Z deck is just Jiren, Vegeta, and Defender of Life, because like, why not? So, yeah guys, this is the deck. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped for new Jiren cards? I am beyond hyped. Like you saw, I just got my 1-drops. I'm super prepared for this one. I can't wait for it to come out. I love this deck. I love this deck. I'm gonna play it forever. Jiren is an amazing character. I love him so much. But are you hyped for new Jiren cards? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you are here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Share the video. It might help someone. It's always cool to see Red Jiren. And don't forget to subscribe for daily Dragon Ball videos. We're trying to hit them daily. We've been doing it for some time now, so let's just continue, I guess. Anyways guys, this has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.